Hello everybody. Today I am going to be giving you a countdown starting off the 2015 with my top 5 favorite songs of 2014. Um, Now keep in mind this is my top 5 favorite songs overall, but considering that I only really listen to Japanese and now recently a little bit of Korean music, um, it wasn't really fair as labeling it as all songs of 2014 because I'm sure there were other good songs that came out in 2014 as well that weren't from these two cultures. But like I said, that's what I listened to, so that's why I labeled it as Korean and Japanese. So that being said, there's only one Korean song on here. Everything else is Japanese. And some of this is new stuff I've listened to, and some of them is not. But these are all individual songs that impress me. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. So, first up, number 5. So, interestingly, number 5 is actually the first K-pop group that I really got into. Thanks to a friend who actually showed me a cover of their song from a couple of the young Chinese girls, and of Bar Bar Bar, and then I listened to the original. I loved it, and I loved their stuff. I bought it immediately. And this one came out last year. It was the only single they released last year. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it is. Anyways, or I don't know. Either way, the point is, I really liked it. I really liked the silliness. It really went back to their big earlier stuff, like Bar Bar Bar, for example. Really silly dance, really upbeat, really happy, really fun. And one of the things the creators of the song said was that it was something that they could put into DDR because of the way the dance was. And the music, and I agree. And it was really something that really stood out to me. Out of all the K-pop that I listened to Anyone, I listened to Big Bang last year, I listened to Psy, I listened to Orange Caramel and Crayon Pop, and a couple other big groups, Girls' Generation and a couple others. This was just the one that stood out the most to me. So, number 5 is from Crayon Pop. Now, number 4. Number 4 is another group that I recently got into. A friend of mine had been showing me BABYMETAL a lot lately, and honestly, I just or last year was showing me a lot of BABYMETAL last year, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I just played it off. And I finally actually sat down and listened to one song. This was the song I heard first, Doki Doki Morning, and I fell in love. I really like how they have that the metal riff style, the metal musical style with heavy metal instrumentation. Coupled with the pop style of music, the J-pop style of music. So you have that idol kind of feel that they kind of pull from their other roots, the 3 girls. And this, in my opinion, was a song that integrated those two styles together the best. You really had that really poppy, happy feeling with that heavy metal instrumentation. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. And out of all of the songs that I heard of theirs, this is definitely my favorite one. And definitely a good standout of a really good fusion of two genres that shouldn't go together, but that do. And this song, I think, was one of the few that actually showed that to its fullest potential. So, Doki Doki Morning BABYMETAL, number 4. Now, number 3. So, number 3, yes, you see, Perfume. A group I also recently got introduced to, actually. I discovered them thanks to a pseudo-friend, I wouldn't say friend, but somebody I know, who is a DJ and who has been involved in J-Mello and other stuff. Gregory Hignite, you may have heard of him, may have not, but he's involved with Tune in Tokyo. So point being, he posted something about Perfume, and I was like, oh, a J-pop concert happened in LA, that'll be kind of cool, let's go and check it out. I figured, why not? I've been enjoying concerts a lot lately, so let's give it a go. I went, oh my god, I absolutely fell in love. It was one of the best concerts I'd ever been to. It was an absolute blast. I loved it. And so I got Level 3, the album, shortly after that, and the album was exceptional. It was a really good album out of them. And having that being my first introduction to them, it was really good. And last year must have been really good for them. I don't follow them very thoroughly, but with how good that album was, they must have done well. And out of everything on the album, Party Maker was my favorite. It sounds very club music-y, and which isn't my type of thing normally, but I like for one that it's long. Sometimes I do like long songs, and this is one of them. The beat overall is relatively simple, but it's very catchy, and it's just something that I always find myself bobbing my head to, you know, and getting involved with, and I love it. And in my opinion, it is one of the most standout songs on that album. That's saying something, because I think almost every song on that album was standout. So that's my number 3, is Party Maker from Perfume. Number 2. So number 2, this one actually may come as a surprise, because most people that know what I like about Berryz knows that basically my like top 3 favorite songs from Berryz last year were essentially Ichioku, I forget the name of it, the one about the diet. I call it the diet song. That was one I really liked because of the lyrics and the style it was done in. Futsu Junen, the anniversary song, I really liked. And then I forget, there was a third one that I really liked. What the heck was it? Anyways, there was a third one I really liked too. Koi Seiyo. I really liked that one also. But this one, now there's this one, I think the musical arrangement of it and the way it was done and the way the music was presented was actually really, really good. And as far as like actual overall quality, I think this was one of Berry's best songs that they've ever done. The vocal quality was really good. I think they all got a decent amount of spotlight, which is really good. They were all played to their vocal ranges as necessary. And even the one I wouldn't say I don't like her, but she's not my favorite, Momoko, for example, she even sang beautifully in this. Like, I think they all did well. The dance was fun. I actually learned this dance, which was fun. And the costumes were a little bit different. I kind of like the kind of like sexy, kind of officer-ish look, but kind of detective-ish look, but kind of sexy look at the same time with the kind of idol feel. It was very good, and overall I really liked the song and everything that entailed with it. So, Berryz Kobo, Ai wa Itsumo Kimi no Naka ni was my number 2. Number 1. And there it is. There's my number 1. My number 1 song for 2014. Many good songs. Even out of Morning Musume, like the 14th album was fantastic. Their best of album was fantastic with some of their retreads of their older music. Their most recent songs, I can't believe. Chikibun, Mikaide Bijin, and Shabadabadu were beautiful songs. But Tokyo Koe Sora Koe specifically stands out to me because the lyrics I found very deep and meaningful in comparison with their normal lyrics, which are pretty straightforward for the most part. I really like this because I interpreted this to be many different meanings, and one of them was about death and seeing somebody in the afterlife. And I think that just felt a little more real to me, and it just felt more meaningful, to be honest, compared to what I usually hear out of it. So that was really nice. I really liked the outfits. They were very simple but very elegant. The dance was the same kind of concept. It was mostly simple. It had some complexities to it, but it was also very elegant. The music was really nice. I love that intertwining of classical and very slight touches of jazz, and obviously the pop. I really liked the way it was all combined together. I think they all sang in very good vocal ranges and very beautiful tones, and it was just overall very well done. And it's honestly one of my favorite Morning Musume songs ever, to be honest. And I might do a top 5 Morning Musume songs of all time, by the way, later on, but as of now, this is my top 10. This is my top 5 for songs for this year. So that's what it is. Morning Musume 1-4 Tokyo Koe Sora Koe. It's my number 1 song for 2014. Some notable mentions I'd like to make. Not just particular songs, because I don't want to single anything out, but there are some songs, but specific groups that made some really good music last year, that made some really good strides forward. Cute, Lavender, and Orange Caramel. Actually, I was happy with some of the stuff all 3 of those released last year as well. But that's where we stand. Thank you for watching, and if you agree or disagree with my list, feel free to tell me below. Obviously, this is my personal opinion. You probably won't agree with it, not completely at least. If you do agree, you're not going to agree with everything. But that's where I stand. Those are songs that stood out to me as being exceptional in the year of 2014 within J-pop and a little bit of K-pop. Thank you for watching, guys.